For over 100 years, we've had a symbiotic relationship with film. We see our stories reflected in film, and in return, film provides inspiration for our lives. Architecture is an essential component of the movies, and no studio was better than MGM at using architecture to advance their stories with what became known as the MGM gloss. Whether intentionally or not, MGM helped change architecture forever. Let's see how in this episode of Architecture Minute. Starting with the silent era, the MGM gloss was apparent. This Greta Garbo film from 1929 used Art Deco design elements to suggest luxury and sophistication. For many audiences, such films were their first exposure to high-concept modern design. This Art Deco dining room, for example, presented an exciting alternative to mundane, everyday reality. The sets for another MGM silent feature, Pleasure Crazed, were, in a sense, propaganda for a way of living that was more stylish than ordinary experience. During the 1930s, these high design elements came out in full force. Popular MGM movies like Grand Hotel introduced a mature version of Art Deco. MGM musicals like Broadway Melody of 1938 took a more abstract approach. Here, the zigzag modern skyline suggests the excitement and progressive attitude of urban culture. These movies presented an exaggerated modern lifestyle, but they also encouraged an acceptance of a modern aesthetic in real life. In the 1940s, World War II cast a shadow on innovative architecture, but by 1951, in this Van Johnson-June Allison romantic comedy, Too Young to Kiss, MGM moved past Art Deco to transition into a mid-century modern aesthetic. Note again the cityscape in the background, signaling urbanity and sophistication. The sets were cutting edge for the time, loaded with mid-century details, built-in tables, plant ledges, sleek window walls, and modern furniture. MGM films were very much in tune with the times and simultaneously led the times. In 1956, MGM released Forbidden Planet, the first science fiction film to receive the MGM gloss. Forbidden Planet was a serious science fiction film with big stars like Walter Pidgeon. The sets introduced design ideas that were already emerging in the architectural world. Forbidden Planet borrows from the cave-like architecture of Paolo Soleri, along with a big dose of Palm Springs modern and a mod 50s color palette. This was a splendid Hollywood version of the future of architecture. The genius behind MGM sets was their director of art and design, Cedric Gibbons. Gibbons either created or supervised the Art Deco sets of the 20s and 30s, the mid-century modern backdrops of the 50s, and prescient environments for the future. Cultured and sophisticated, Gibbons actually lived a life as glamorous as the sets he created. He and his beautiful wife, actress Dolores del Rio, lived in an Art Deco mansion in Pacific Palisades, where they frequently hosted parties for the Hollywood elite. Now, certainly, MGM did not exclusively champion modern architecture. Gibbons also designed sets for historical dramas and ordinary situations. But when given the chance, and when appropriate, MGM Studios with Cedric Gibbons advanced the cause of modern architecture simply by showing us enchanting examples of a different world. That is how MGM changed architecture forever.